everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've been gone off YouTube for like the last 9 months while I've had my baby, and this is I guess my first video of me back. If you guys want to know what I've been up to lately, or if you want to know how to get this makeup look, then yeah, stay tuned. So I'm finally filming. Now it has been 9 months, I think 9 months since I've uploaded a video to YouTube, which is insane. I actually filmed this video and my birth story already once before, and I'm kind of iffy about the footage, so I thought we'd refilm. And I think I wasn't as calm then because there was just a lot going on in the background of the videos. Anyway, so let's get into it. I'm gonna do my makeup and we'll do a little chatty catch up with you guys. Get ready with me. I need a primer. I have the Hydrogrip primer and the Kush mascara, so I'm wondering if I should use the Hydrogrip primer. I have sensitive skin, so I'm hoping it's alright. If you guys have used this before, let me know what you guys think, because it's my first time using it. I don't even know what it really does, besides I think it's really good at making your makeup last, which I don't know if I really need that today, but roll with it. Oh my goodness, like let me tell you, I had my baby 9 months ago and I have been trying so much. It sounds silly to me, like I've been trying so much, but literally been trying to make my way back to YouTube, filming little bits and pieces here and there, trying to make some time for filming, for editing. It is so much harder than I anticipated because my baby loves being with me and obviously I love having her with me all the time. It just makes it harder to do anything else. Not sticky, but you can feel something on there. I feel like, is that what the grip part of the Hydrogrip name is? I already filmed the Get Ready With Me. I think I filmed it, Get Ready With Me, my birth story, maybe a couple of months ago, but I just wasn't 100% sure about like how it came out, and I was just really frazzled, so I'm like, I think I need to refilm it. I'm gonna use Charlotte's Beautiful Skin by Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm using the shade 8 Warm. This has been like my go-to. Not that I wear makeup often, like I barely wear makeup, to be honest. I've just been letting my skin breathe heaps, and even on the days that I do plan to wear, I've been skipping foundation and just going with like concealer and cream bronzer and things like that, just to give it a bit of a, not a break, but just keep it to the bare minimum. I also don't have the time to do like a full glam. I gave birth last August and my baby just turned 9 months a few days ago. Being a first time mom, life has just, obviously everything has changed. My whole life revolves around my baby now, which no like complaints about that. It's just like a massive shift, like trying to find time for yourself, like even just trying to shower. I was joking with the mums in our play group that your self-care when you become a mum, it becomes like the bare minimum that you usually would do, like taking a shower, washing your hair, having lunch, making lunch. It's just like I wouldn't have it any other way. Actually, I would like to balance a bit more to have some more time for me, so I'm able to fit showers and stuff in a bit better without a tiny human with me in the same room. They're only little for so long and I love having my baby with me all the time anyways. So yeah, ask me on the day how I'm doing with motherhood. I think it just depends on the day. Has she slept? Has she, what's happening? Anyways, so yeah, life has just been revolving around me and my baby. Well, my baby and I. I'm using the Maybelline FitMe concealer in medium. Yeah, what else has been happening? We joined a play group. So that's been really good because it just kind of gets you out of the house. So moms who have babies around the same age. It's a bit of a support network too, because you can all chat about things that's going on and your babies can play, and they do messy play there. Oh yeah, and can you see that? I have like, I don't know, is that like a sty or a lump on my eyelid? But I'm like, you know what? I can't wait till this is gone. I need to film. So life has just been full on. Honestly, I don't even know how we're at May now. Where did the last 9 months go? It's just like, it's a blur. Motherhood is amazing. It's incredible. It's exhausting. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I don't know. I think I'm also like, I'm not an emotional kind of person, but I think it's made me a little bit more emotional, especially when it comes to like hearing things about like other babies and other kids. Or I saw this video about like this mom's baby. This mom who had twin babies and her baby girl passed away, and just hearing her story, like I literally had tears in my eyes, whereas normally I wouldn't. I kind of like joke about how I don't really have much of a soul or much emotions, like I just don't tear up at movies and stuff like that. But now, like, things have changed. I will find myself tearing up if it's to do with, like, babies, or because I just feel like, what if that had happened to me? Like, what if I'd lost my baby girl and I just Whew, a lot, too much to think about. So very, very blessed to be fortunate to have a healthy baby girl. And I was like, I don't want to talk about this anymore, it's just too much. Anyways, we've got a lot going on. So I said we're doing playgroup. I am trying to do things out and about, like just take Z out with me, pretty much to give us a break from being in the house. And oh yeah, what did I just use? The Fenty Beauty Concealer, the Pro Filter Concealer in the shade 290. And then I'll go in with the powder, banana powder by Fenty as well. My sister is coming to visit soon as well, so Zia will get to spend time with her Carla, her auntie, Carla Kalu, so my sister and her husband. This is a lot more makeup than I've worn in a while, but that's alright. We'll just have to wash it off later. Oh yeah, another thing is I cut my hair. Like, that's all that there is now. I cut it, I think in January, so a few months ago, because I think it was just beginning to be a bit much for me to manage, because I just wasn't able to spend enough time washing, drying it and stuff. And I also just felt like I needed a change after having long hair for, I don't know, like a decade or something, who knows, maybe longer. I think I just like cut it to like here or something. There's a lot of hair and I just don't regret it. It felt a lot lighter. I can now put it up in like claw clips and tie it up. And my baby loves to grab my hair. Even though she still does, I don't think I can do anything to stop that besides shave my head. But yeah, she loves to grab my hair. But yeah, no regrets. It's a lot lighter, it's a lot easier to manage, and hair will grow back. But speaking of hair, like postpartum hair loss, my hair normally sheds so much, like I lose so much hair that I don't even know if is it postpartum hair loss? Is it normal? I don't like normal amount of hair loss, but I do notice that I'm like growing all of this hair here. So I think maybe that, and also like here, back here, and like the sides, like it's all pulled back, but there's like random chunks of hair growing. So I think I did experience postpartum hair loss. I was just too in the depths of motherhood, struggling, surviving to like pay that much attention to it. And I'm using the Fenty Beauty bronzer in Caramel Cutie just to bronze it all up. New hair, new baby, figuring out what life is, who I am after having a baby, because it's like you just kind of lose yourself. It's so easy to lose yourself. You're just so focused on like your baby and are her needs met. And we started solids a few months ago, and that's going well too, alhamdulillah. Life is busy. So I'm trying to like come back to YouTube and figure out a way that I can like produce regular content for you guys. But I think the filming part is alright. It's just the editing that makes it really hard. So if you guys know any editors, anyone that could edit some videos, maybe you can send some recommendations of if you are a content creator, have you guys used any services? Because yeah, it's something that I do want to come back to and have regular content. It's just really difficult. I'm going to use this really old blush. I should probably throw away, but I still love it. It's a Smashbox Idolise Me blush. I feel like you kind of become like a little personal chef, or you become like a personal chef to a tiny human, and getting them to try like all these new foods and things for the first time. It's so exciting, as well as you're like, oh whoops, I forgot to eat. I need to do some highlighter. I still have like my bag of stuff from, I think, when we went to Melbourne, Brisbane last year in December. We did a trip over with her baby so she could meet her family in Australia, and my stuff is still like packed, which is perfect because we're planning to go away in the near future. I need to do my eyebrows again, but that's okay. That's better than they were looking a while ago. Now, what else? I think I should swap to eyes. Oh yeah, that was the Becca Opal highlighter. The reason why I'm like a little frazzled but somewhat calm to film is that my daughter is with her dad, so he's gone. They went for a drive, so she hopefully sleeps, but also it'll give me a chance to film like without her in the house, because I feel like it's like even if she wasn't in the room, it's like you can still hear, and if she's crying or something, then it just gets you feeling like a little bit like, oh my goodness, what's happening, and you're not focused on like filming, and you're a bit like rushed and feeling anxious and stressed because you don't know how long you have and things like that. Like at least I know that like there's no one in the house that needs me at the moment. Current favorite palette is the Morphe 35O Supernatural Glow palette, which my beautiful sister-in-law gave me as a gift. Oh my gosh, I love this palette so much. It's really hard to travel with because it's so big. So I think I'm gonna buy like one of those empty, small magnetic palettes and then depot some of them. Like I love using this shade for my lid color, and like this one in the crease, and then these ones in the crease, and then this one on my lid as well. Like they've got really nice shades. You know, what I was saying is I want to depot those on so I can travel with it a bit better. So just grab this one here and I just pop it in my crease. It's so hard to find like an eyeshadow palette that has the colors that you would love. Damn, I think I mixed in the shades that I was using. I don't even know. I mixed in this one and I think this one accidentally when I was talking. So we'll just run with that. And then we'll go in with this shade. What else? Oh, I bought like I think the NARS foundation to do a review, and that was ages ago and I still haven't even opened it. Do you guys, is that something that you would want to see? Because it is all over the show over here. I can see if you guys still, I think I even bought a different shade. Like I think maybe I must have bought Vanuatu or Valencia. Actually, it's probably here. I can see it. The NARS light reflecting foundation in the shade Vanuatu, so medium 3.5. And I think I even have the Huda Beauty foundation Faux Filter Luminous Matte Full Coverage Liquid Foundation still, honestly. I've got a whole bunch of foundations in there to review, and I just... everything changes when you're having a baby, or when you have a baby. Like, I don't know why. I was like, yeah, when I have a baby, like, she can just sit on the side and play with the things while I film. My baby is not a just sit and chill kind of baby. She's so curious. She loves to like crawl around and get into things and pick up bits and pieces and have a look at it. And she's a very curious baby, which I don't know if everyone would describe the baby as curious. Maybe it's a generic term for babies. Maybe they're all curious. So you kind of have to have eyes on her at all times. She's not a just leave her over there kind of let her play by herself. Kind of is, but she loves to like stand up now, stand up assisted. So you kind of have to keep an eye because she'll literally use anything and put her weight on it and try to stand up, even usually things that won't hold her weight. So you kind of just need to keep an eye in case so she doesn't like topple over and hurt herself. Maybe I'll put some of this on too. That's a bit lighter, that's nice. I love to do like matte brown eye looks with this palette. It's so nice. Like I haven't been obsessed with a palette in a while. Is that even? Not really, but I think my eyelids aren't even. I think after having a baby, I'm so much more aware of like the language I use towards myself and also towards her, because she's always picking things up, like obviously physically picking things up, but also emotionally, mentally, and I wouldn't want her to ever think that, you know, I don't love myself. I want to change things about myself, so she sees that as like a model to her. You know, like if my mum doesn't love this, like why would I love this about myself? Like that would just make me really sad. So I'm more aware of things and my relationship with my body. And oh my gosh, I've got all these little hairs. I wonder if you guys can see that. Maybe this camera might pick it up. Oh well. I'm going to go in with some eyeliner and we're just going to, no wing, we'll keep it easy, keep it simple. This one's by Essence, the waterproof pen. Really hyper aware of like the language we use with her and others use with her too, because she's at the age that soon she'll start talking and understand. Well, she understands now, but yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to talk about now. I will say that we are in a very fortunate and privileged position to have my family here to help, like my parents, so they can keep an eye on Baba when I need to like cook dinner and run around and do things. So that's like really helpful. They just play with her while I do that. Really grateful for that. But Baba loves to spend time with me. She loves being with me, which I love too, because I love having a close relationship with her and seeing all her milestones. And yeah, it's like one of my favorite parts is just watching her grow, seeing her explore and figure out the world. But also does not come without its worries. Anyways, I'm just gonna put my mascara on, put some lippy on, and then I am very tired. I don't know when the last time was that I had a full night's sleep. Probably before I got pregnant, because even throughout pregnancy I wasn't like sleeping much through the night because you're just waking up to pee and things. You know, I did think about maybe moving some of my content to TikTok because it's so much easier to film within the app compared to like filming on a secondary thing and then having to then edit those clips. I don't really know what content I would film there. Get ready is with me. I don't really get ready much. Where's my mascara? I'm gonna use the Lash Sensational waterproof mascara. This is like my go-to when my lashes aren't lifted, because if my lashes haven't had a eyelash lift, then they don't hold a curl with just regular mascara. So I just kind of jump back and forth between this one, and I love using my Eyelash one when I have a lift because it's so easy to just wash out, because you can wash that one with water, whereas with a waterproof one you have to like use a oil based makeup remover. But would it be silly to upload a video like this before I upload my birth story? Like, would people be like, no one cares, where's your birth story? I was kind of 50-50 about like talking about my birth story. I was like, should I keep this to myself? But then like just keep it like special and meaningful and stuff, which I think it can still be even if it's on the internet. But I just kind of think it could be of help to someone, because I have like friends and family who are pregnant at the moment, and they're always like asking, you know, what did you pack in your hospital bag? What did you know, how was your birth? Did you have any complications? Things like that. Like, obviously every birth is different. Like, no two births are the same, but it might be of help. And even for me, like, I think it'd be nice to like look back on, maybe even for Zia to have like a video to watch. I don't even know what's gonna happen when she's that old. Will YouTube still be here, or will it be gone and replaced by the next thing? Who knows? So yeah, maybe I will film it, but we'll see. If this is the only video I can film today, I'll go out with this one. But if I can do my birth story, then we'll see how much time I have. I will say that ever since I cut my hair, now I've been finally like experimenting and using my Dyson Airwrap, because I actually for the first time have layers, like actual layers, not just like really long layers that don't really do much when you're styling them, but I have layers and I have shorter hair to play with, so it just makes it look so much better. And it's been so fun, like on the rare days that I do get to style my hair, and I actually do really like it. It's so quick to use, and that's what I used on my hair, what I use to dry my hair, to style my hair whenever we go out. I found that I don't like straightening my shorter hair because I think it just looks like a bit choppy with like layers and stuff. Choppy with like layers. And I think my straight hair vibe was when I had my long hair, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna wipe. We'll do my brows real quick and then lips, and we're good. My gosh, my hair's so frizzy. I washed it last night and it's all over the show. Oh yeah, and then I'm using my Idolise high def brow pencil in the shade, I believe this is dark brown, cool brown. And this was gifted through Pia. I think that was the only item that was gifted through Pia that I can remember. Otherwise, I'll make a list in the description box, and I usually put like an asterisk near any product that was gifted through Pia, or if there's any commission links in the description box. I'm like wondering, do I get the ends of my brows laminated? Can I be bothered? They just fall a bit, so maybe that might help me. Then I'll use my Eyelash High Def Brow Gel. I think this one's in dark brown. Yeah, this was also sent through Pia. Oh, flip. Got some product on. How have you guys been? Someone left me a comment a few weeks ago, and then they were like, where are you? And like, well, when are you coming back to YouTube? And I'm just like, honestly, I'm wondering the exact same thing. Yeah, how have you guys been? Fill me in. What's been happening? I hope everything is going good for you guys. Aww. Bubba's hungry. I think my husband's gonna come back soon because my baby's hungry. Yeah, share with me some like good things that have been happening with you guys in your lives. Like, what are you looking forward to? I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty Kind Words matte lip liner in the shade Wise. I just bought this recently. I don't even think I've used it. I just swatched it. Okay, we'll say that this is really creamy and it's gone down, so I need to sharpen it. That is good enough. And then I think I have like my lipstick in here. We'll use the Rare Beauty, I think, Lip Souffle in the shade Courage. I love using this one. Ooh, it's a pretty match. And then I just pat it in. It just kind of blends in a little. I need some more bronzer. No, I think it's okay. And then I just go and put some setting spray on. So I've got this Scandinavia Bridal setting spray. I think that's everything. Hopefully I'm not missing something. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching the video, and leave me any comments down below so we can chat. Let me know what you guys have been up to, what videos you guys want to see next. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye everyone. We are finally filming. My goodness. Do I have everything? This is on. You can see the sound waves. Yes. Alright, so motherhood and trying to figure out where, like, coming back to YouTube and things like that. Anyways, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. My hair, oh my gosh, it's such a mess.